Hello, I'm Tracy Grimshaw. Welcome to A Current Affair. We already know Chinese investors love Australian real estate, but now they've got serious competition from their Indian neighbours. Australia has a lot to offer cashed-up Indians: space, quality of life and cricket. So who better to sell them a house than a former Aussie captain?
Who doesn't want to live in Australia?
Australia's an easy place to sell to anyone.
That is 10,000 runs for Steve Waugh.
From the MCG to Mumbai, cricket legend Steve Waugh is ready for his next big test.
We're in it for the long term. It's not just a 2020 game, so to speak. It's this is a long haul.
Indian investors they are the powerhouse. They are now the number one consumer in the world, and they're just getting started.
India is an economic superpower, with expat Indians now one of the fastest growing wealth demographics in the world. With that comes a property buying boom. And who better to sell Australia to Indians than Steve Waugh?
Look, I think out of the 1.4 billion Indians, there's probably about 2 or 3 that don't know much about cricket. So wherever you go, you've got this tremendous welcome.
The test was tied, 744 runs apiece.
My first trip in was back in 1986, and that was the famous Tie Test cricket series. Had some incredible moments on the cricket field, life-changing moments in philanthropy, meeting Mother Teresa, and I feel like it's my second home.
He and business partner Dean Honan are behind Waugh Global. They started off selling real estate to expat Indians around the world. Now they're helping Aussie companies spruik property down under.
What we have been doing is working with companies in Australia who would like to understand the Indian demographic, the Indian consumer. There's been a lot of increased investment from India into Australia, specifically Sydney, the northwest of Sydney and the outer suburbs of Melbourne.
There still is a housing shortage in India, so it's a market that's got huge potential and huge growth opportunities.
And this is where they're buying. Estates popping up around the country, including Lindara North in Melbourne's outer north.
They've got really strong connections into this community. They also like the town centre, the shops, the schools, the open space and the public transport.
Angus Johnson from AV Jennings says Waugh Global is helping developers like them pitch to the expat Indian middle class.
We've seen unprecedented demand. We've sold our last 3 stages out in 90 minutes each.
Wow.
Which is a record for us.
We're brought up to think and to believe that you should own your own house, although it's getting a lot tougher these days for younger people. India, I think that is certainly changing. In the past, it was pretty much you lived with the extended family. I guess that way of thinking has been altered recently, where the younger population, they like their brands, they like their nice clothes, they like wearing watches, they like a good lifestyle, and coming with that is the opportunity to purchase their own piece of real estate.
A prime example, Vinny and Nidhi Shah, recently making Australia their home. They're gearing up for the future, purchasing their second property in Melbourne's west for son Araj to live in when he's older.
In our culture, we give everything to our kids. So it's like a tradition, just maybe a special feeling of love.
How many properties would you like to own?
It depends on my pocket.
Yes, it actually depends on my pocket.
As many as you can.
Yes.
Who doesn't want to live in Australia?
Gurneet Singh helps Indian-based investors and expats snap up Aussie properties.
I had a few clients who have budget $2 million, depending how much they want to spend.
Super rich Indians are tipped to be the next trophy home buyers, with a fast-growing number of billionaires projected to have some of the world's richest residents behind the US and China. High-end real estate company Sotheby's recently opened its doors in New Delhi, and India's luxury real estate expo is set to peddle top-shelf Aussie properties. It's no wonder Aussie real estate companies are now catering for the cashed-up Indian buyer, an area Waugh Global has honed in on.
In India, for example, there's a concept called Vastu, which is all about the way the room is put together, very similar to Feng Shui for the Chinese investor.
Property expert Robert Klaric.
We've now had wealthy Chinese invest, wealthy Indians coming in. It makes it even harder for the average Australian to invest in property in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane.
So where will you find the booming suburbs? Well, in Melbourne, you've got Sunshine, St Albans and Point Cook. In Sydney, it's Harris Park, Strathfield and Glenwood. While in Brisbane, you're looking at Sunnybank, Logan and Chermside.
Investment's good for every economy throughout the world, and it's a flow on. Property in Australia, especially in the last few years, we've seen so much construction. With construction, jobs, and further investment will continue to do so.
Australia and India share so many similarities. You know, they're both Commonwealth countries. They both speak, obviously, English, and they're both democracies, with India being the largest democracy in the world. So the cricket, you add in the cricket, and you're finding that there's so many reasons for Indians and Australians to do more business.
It's something that I wouldn't have thought I'd be doing certainly 15 years ago, but starting out from afresh and trying to build a new business up has been as challenging as playing Test match cricket. And to be busy is a good thing, so yeah, bring it on.
Good luck to him. The government has made several changes affecting foreign property investors to ease the pressure on local buyers. Well, here's the Facebook